A very good morning, 8th standard. This is Social Studies class, Block 4, Lesson Plan 3. So get ready with your content book, worksheet, notebook, and the stationery that is essential for your learning. Now, as usual, I'm going to ask you a question so that we can start our lesson plan. Why do you think sometimes organized groups in a country fight? What is this called? Sometimes different groups in a country are not happy about how the country is being governed. They may have differences over certain rules or laws. A civil war occurs when different groups within the same country go to war with each other. Got it? So today we will explain the causes of American Civil War. Now, read the story from the next slides. After reading that, read the section Causes of the American Civil War. I will read the story for you. George exclaimed, "My master? Who made him my master? That's what I think of. What right has he to me? I am a man as much as he is. I am a better man than he is. I know more about business than he does. I am a better manager than he is. I can read better than he can. I can write a better hand. And I have learnt it all myself and no thanks to him. I have learnt it in spite of him. And now, what right has he to make a dray horse of me? To take me from things I can do and do better than he can, and put me to perform humiliating tasks. He tries to do it. He says he will bring me down and humble me, and he puts me to just the hardest, meanest, and the dirtiest work on purpose. So, this is the extract from Uncle Tom's Cabin, written by Harriet Beecher Stowe. Now, here is the next extract from Gone with the Wind, written by Margaret Mitchell. "Gentlemen," said Red Butler, "may I say a word? Has any one of you gentlemen ever thought about the differences between the northern states and southern states? They have industries that make them richer and more able to win wars. We live in states that mainly practice agriculture. Have you considered that there is not a cannon factory south of the Mason Dixon line? There is no production of iron in the south, or woolen mills, or cotton factories, or tanneries. Have you thought that we would not have a single warship? The northern states will cut us off with their navy. We will not be able to sell our cotton or get food from abroad. But of course, you gentlemen have thought of these things. I have seen many things that you all have not seen. The thousands of immigrants who would be glad to fight for the Union for food and a few dollars, the factories, the foundries, the shipyards, the iron and coal mines, all the things we haven't got. Why, all we have is cotton and slave and arrogance. They would defeat us in a month. So here was the two extractor from the two different work. Now you can pause the video here, read the section, come back. I'm going to ask you the questions. Now tell me, why is George upset? George is upset because he works as a slave. Why doesn't he like his new work? He doesn't like being made to do tasks that he feels are humiliating. Why is he angry with his master? George has a master because slaves are not free. They were owned by white men who bought them. They were considered as a property. George is angry with his master because he felt that he had more knowledge and skill than his master, and yet he was treated badly and without respect. Why does George have a master? George has a master because slaves were not free at that time, and these slaves were owned by white men. These white men purchased them and they were considered as a property. What differences between the northern states and the southern states has Red Butler pointed out. Red Butler has pointed out that the north has factories and is industrialized, while the south is focused mostly on agriculture and depends on manual labor provided by the slaves. What do these tell us about why the South wanted to use slave labor? This tells us that southern states needed slave labor to work on the farms. Why did the northern states not require slave labor? Plantation in southern states required a lot of human labor, which slaves provided. Northern states were industrialized and did not use slaves. What was the debate over slavery? The debate in the northern state favored abolishing slavery, while the southern state did not want this. What led to the American Civil War? Abraham Lincoln did not support the expansion of slavery to the new territories that were being added to the American Union in the West. When he was elected president, he decided to abolish slavery. Due to this, the southern states decided to separate from the Union. This led to the American Civil War, where the South was defeated and brought back into the Union. Why do you think people wanted to abolish slavery? Many people may have felt that slavery was cruel and went against the principles of equality. They may have felt it was wrong to buy and sell people and treat them like property. The slaves must have felt humiliated at the way they were treated, and that they were not treated as equals despite living in a free country. So many people may have wanted to abolish slavery. I hope you understood the lesson plan. If you do have any problem, please ask me. After reading this, please complete your worksheet. In your workbook, you will do S3, and in notebook, practice questions 7 to 9 and related additional questions. Thank you and have a nice time.